Hey, what's up everybody, ForneverWorld here today to do my review of Naruto chapter 562, and I gotta say that this chapter, in my opinion, was pretty special, and it really dealt with certain things as far as generations. It wasn't more of a battle chapter, it was more of a dealt with a lot of things of like generations and discussing like this generation of Kages and the future and stuff like that, and I really enjoyed it. So basically, the Tsuchikage, he was almost dead in the last chapter, but in this chapter he's like getting back up. He's like, I'm gonna fight Madara, this time I'm gonna beat him and I'm gonna show him, teach him a lesson or whatever. And one thing about it is the Tsuchikage, you gotta respect him, as much as like you with this character in particular, it was kind of like you like him, you don't like him, you like him, you don't like him. And this chapter in particular really gave me some respect for him because I kind of like that he was ready to get back up and go at it with Madara again. And, a lot of people were predicting that he was going to die in this chapter. But, I kind of like the direction it went in. Don't get me wrong, it would have been epic if he would have died in some heroic way, but he didn't. And I still enjoyed the kind of the way they did it. It wasn't too, it wasn't done like, oh, he survived another one. But basically, and then in this chapter as well, Tsunade wants to get to the battlefield, as she stated in the previous chapter, and she's trying to use this technique that this girl has to teleport her, but she can't do it because basically it's going to rip her body. Only like the third Raikage could do it because his body was like, really steel and rough. So she needs a new technique. I believe she uses the thing on her forehead to, the gem thing on her forehead to help her get there better, her regeneration power or something like that. And from there on, when she arrives there, it was just beast. I really enjoyed that particular part because Madara and I believe it was the previous Tsuchikage or something like that. He was attacking. They were both attacking, and right when they were attacking, Tsunade and the Raikage popped up, and I believe even the Raikage gave a quick punch to one of them, and I thought that was pretty awesome as well. And I like the setup of this chapter. The way it ends was done really nicely as well with the you see the five Kages, Gaara, Tsunade, the Tsuchikage, it has the Raikage and the Mizukage. They all standing there and they're getting ready for a battle. I don't know if they were casting a jutsu or whatnot, but it was looking really intense, and I liked the way they ended it off. And it was something with generations, and I really liked that whole angle. Like there was one scene in particular that I really enjoyed. It was a flashback where Tsuchikage was thinking back then that when he saw Madara, years ago. I don't even know what, probably like 100 years ago or something, when he was younger, he saw Madara, and he was talking to Madara, and Madara was like a real jerk back then. He was kind of like a Sasuke. He was like, don't worry, just obey the leaf and don't ever say that name around me again. That's Shinobi's name, because the Tsuchikage mentioned, I believe, Hashirama, something like that. He mentioned him, and, he was just a real jerk. It was kind of like a Sasuke and Naruto situation, and this chapter, in my opinion, was really dealt with generations, and like even Tsuchikage says at one point, we're leaving far more greater than just a record behind for these kids, they're the future. So definitely, I would say that this is one of those chapters where it's like the future and the past, and like dealing along those lines. Not much butt kicking from Madara in this one in particular. It was more or less just setting up for this crazy thing. Next chapter, I'm really hoping something goes down with the Kages. I wish it would have started this chapter, but it's whatever. I'm not going to complain about it. I really hope next chapter, we get a crazy thing. I'm predicting, I'm going to throw a prediction in there. The Tsuchikage really ain't going to last too much longer because he is really wiped out, unless they cast some type of jutsu or whatever on Madara. But let me know what you thought of the chapter. Have you seen it? What do you think of it? Did you like the way it ended, or you didn't like it? I personally thought that some of it was good. I would have preferred more battles, to be honest with you, because I'm just so excited with Madara and like his crazy powers and everything. But the way they set it up with the Kages is looking promising. But let me know what you thought of it. Did you enjoy whatever your basic thoughts on it? And if you really like the way they set this chapter up. Well, that's all I have for you guys today. I'm ForneverWorld. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Thumbs up if you enjoyed the chapter, and have an awesome day, people.